Final Fantasy X was the first Final Fantasy to showcase voice acting. What was it like to be a part of a game that broke out of its shell like that?
To continue what I was saying, it was amazing to be the first kind of lead character in this series where there was going to be voice. And I don't think I knew at first how big of a deal that was. You know, I looked at it like I knew the series and I knew the games. I knew the importance of the characters in the games. I certainly did that. But I did not realize at the time how kind of history-making that would be. And would that have changed anything if I'd known that? I don't think so. I'm very pleased with the performance. You know, would I change things? Of course I would. Have I had the opportunity to change them? Yes, I have. When we do other versions of the game, when we did Dissidia recently, which came out, which was interesting. Although even that again was we were bound to the restrictions and the confinement of fitting lines into certain time frames and lip flaps. So you lose some of the emotional things that you normally get to do as an actor. When you're voicing a video game, normally you will go in, you get the script, and they will say, okay, so here's the scene. They'll play it out for you. The director will possibly read the other characters because you are always voicing these things alone. You never get to actually interact with your other actors in a video game session. I've only done that once, and that was on Batman the Brave and the Bold. Diedrich Bader and I got to do that, which was great fun. But normally when you're voicing a game, though, you just go in and you read the lines and you get to kind of, pull your own emotion. But when you are doing a dubbing job, such as the Final Fantasy games, you have to fit it in and work with the confinements of that and still try to give the emotion that you hope to give and hope allows players to relate to the character. So, it is tougher work than just going in and just voicing a game cold, like Ratchet and Clank or, any of the other Clone Wars games or the Ninja Turtles games or Shrek games, any of those ones that I've been able to do. So, yeah.
What is it like to be a voice actor? How do you prepare for huge roles like being the voice of characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi in the Clone Wars and other Star Wars games?
Well, for Obi-Wan, it's great because we are, of course, doing Clone Wars, the series, the TV show on Cartoon Network, and that is always great to do because that keeps me in character as well as doing the voice of Plo Koon. In the video games for Star Wars, I'm always voicing Obi-Wan and Plo Koon, and usually their scenes are together. So I always have to kind of keep that in mind. They both are British. Obi-Wan Kenobi is right about there.
And Master Plo Koon is right about here. So I take Plo Koon and say, "Oh, Obi-Wan, we're about to go on another journey."
Yes, Master Plo. And you have to know that they're always kind of talking to each other. So I will definitely concentrate on making them as different as I can. Now, granted, Plo Koon also goes through some processing afterwards. But it is certainly, in my speech patterns and in the accents, I try to give them both a little different accent, and not hit words exactly the same way as I might with Obi-Wan as I would with Plo Koon. So the way I prepare for them is the way I prepare for anything. I study the script if I have it. With video games, though, generally speaking, with a video game, you do not get the scripts in advance. You get the scripts when you literally step into the booth. So you are reading most of your lines cold, meaning that there is no prep time beforehand. You don't get to really look at the script. And we just have been doing some new games, some new Clone Wars games, and in those, Obi-Wan is doing a lot of the exposition. So he's kind of setting up the game and telling and giving the player the controls and, to turn right, push down on the right control button there. These different little informational bits and hold the command key and then push Alt and Tab and go over, and spacebar to fire. So those things, when you're reading those cold, you have to just kind of go and your head by the end is spinning because it's like, okay, wow, there's so much stuff to read and to know. But so you prepare by being as prepared as you can while not being prepared at all, if that makes sense, because you never know what's going to be thrown at you. But you just do it the best you can. I think, again, voice actors, we're a different breed of actor than on-camera actors, where we are ready to give you whatever emotion you're looking for at any point in time. So if you needed me to really be upset with you about this interview and exactly what we're doing, then I would have to be able to give you that. Or if I was just so happy that you are taking the time and you would take the time to write this interview. It just amazes me how happy I am about it or joyful I am about it. You know, we're always there to perform and give you exactly what you're looking for, and we will do it to the best of our ability at the drop of a hat, meaning just right away. Just turn and go from one voice to the other and one emotion to the other, and okay, now James, you're falling off a cliff. Whoa! Okay, give another one where you're flailing your arms. Whoa! And then give one where you're laughing. That's a good one. You just have to just go with whatever it is. I know I just sound goofy, but that's the thing about voice acting. For anybody that wants to be a voice actor, they have to know that you are in the spotlight all the time. And you just have to be able to do it. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid to do any of it. You just have to do it. And so that is the great thing about doing it. Let's see. I love being a voice actor. I'm blessed to do it, and I prepare for the roles in whatever way I can by studying the voices if they're characters that are famous, or if it is just doing characters from myself. I just try to pull from the best I can from my own emotions.
You also lent your talents to the game Kingdom Hearts 2 as the voice of Captain Jack Sparrow and Timon. Were you nervous to be the voice of such iconic characters?
Again, being the voice of
Fred Flintstone, yabba dabba doo, Bonnie.
Or Johnny Test. Whoa, Johnny is totally awesome.
Or Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Master Plo Koon, or
Leonardo the Ninja Turtle, or Ratchet reporting. Hey, man, okay, great. These characters have become so iconic. And it's one of those things where I wake up every day and I get on my knees and I just am thankful to be able to do these characters and to bring life to them in whatever way I can when other actors such as Johnny Depp are not doing them. So, yeah, it is a great honor to be able to voice double people like Johnny Depp and Ewan McGregor, all these different people. So I love doing it, and I would just hope that people would know how much we as voice actors appreciate and love doing what we do, and that it comes across in our work.